Hey guys, I just wanted to show three titles that I forgot to show in the earlier Blu-ray collection overview. These were this is a post-apocalyptic collection, The People Who Own the Dark. This is spine number 19, and I just saw these were in a different part of my room, and I totally forgot about these. So this is from 1975, and it's ABC, and it's rated R. And it doesn't really have any special features. It has a theatrical trailer and a brand new 35 millimeter print. The next one here is Cutthroats 9. And this is spy number 27. I thought this movie was pretty decent, with the added gore that they put in later after the movie was already complete. It seems like it works okay. It's a decent movie. It's a Western film with a little bit of gore. Right up my alley, I think. It's region ABC, and it's rated R. And this one was from 1972. And then the last one, which I have not watched yet, is The Vampire's Night Orgy. And this one looks a little risque. It's spy number 26 there. And it's from 1974. Region ABC, and it's rated R. And just wanted to show you guys those really quick because I did show them in a update not too long ago, and then I forgot to show them again for the complete overview. So I just wanted to make sure that I added them in. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and have a good night. Hello, I am back again with another collection overview. This time it is my Code Red DVD that I'm going to show you guys, and hope you enjoy these films, these videos. And I did take my sleep aid and my muscle relaxer, so I'm going to be very mellow here. I apologize about that. It's getting time for me to hit the bed, and I got to get up early, so I got to get myself mentally prepared with the aid of some medicine. So I don't have these in any particular order. I just kind of threw these all out here, but I will go through them one at a time and kind of show you guys a little bit about these films. These are all from the Code Red DVD website, or some of them have been purchased on eBay. I believe that's the only two places I've bought these DVDs. And as you guys know, if you go to Code Red DVD website, you can also get Scorpion releasing titles, which are Bill Olson owns and operates the Code Red DVD website, and his brother Walt Olson owns the Scorpion releasing franchise. Sometimes Bill will help Walt sell some of his titles on the Code Red DVD website, which I think is a great idea, because I happen to like both labels, and I do have quite a bit of both labels. And maybe the next video I do will be the Scorpion releasing titles, unless you guys out there have other suggestions what you would like to see next. But let's just jump right into this here then. I don't want to make this too long. I have 26 titles here, but there is one double, and I'll show you why there is a double. But I'm just going to go through here and show you that this is Murder Run. This is the Ron Gronquist double feature. It has Murder Run and Unhinged. I have seen Unhinged before, and I like it. I've never seen Murder Run. I have a feeling these may become a Blu-ray at some point. And this is Code Red number 99. And there's not a whole lot on the back. The text is very small, so I don't think you're going to be able to pick that up through my iPhone. But the top one here, which was the top one here, is Murder Run. It says it's rated R, from 1989. And it's supposed to take place in Nebraska in 1958, apparently. So, and then this bottom one here was called Unhinged. And I believe at one point, this is from 1983, I believe at one point this was banned in Great Britain. I could be wrong. I thought Unhinged was actually had an X rating when it first came out due to the fact that it was quite gory, and I believed it was banned in Britain. I'll have to do a little more research on it, but it seems like I did hear that at some point, some years back. And Unhinged is from 1983. So that's the first one. That was spine number 99. Now here are the two that are duplicates, sort of. They're both the unrated director's cut. But this one here is the 2-disc edition that has a ton of special features. This one is just a single bare bones, I believe. And the spine numbers for the 2-disc collector's edition is 09-2. And the spine number for the single edition is just 09. And just really quickly here, we'll go through and see what the difference is on the back. As you can see, this is the little special features box for the single disc, and then this is the double disc here. We'll jump into the double disc. It says, Disc 1 has the complete uncut, uncensored version that was too violent for an R rating. Brand new anamorphic widescreen transfer from the original IP. Audio commentary with director Brett Leonard, writer Gimel Everett, and actor Jeremy Slate. On-camera interview with stars Cheryl Lawson, Jeremy Slate, director Brett Leonard, and writer-producer Gimel Everett. Original theatrical trailer and Code Red trailers. And then disc 2, you have a still gallery, behind-the-scenes footage. Looks like there's a little featurette called The Dead Pit special effects test footage. And then you have the Dead Pit mini-movie with alternate makeup scene, special effects test footage, and behind the scenes with special effects artist Ed Martinez. And this here came out in 1989, and it looks like it was, let's see, okay, yeah, it's region 0, so that should be friendly for overseas. And then this has a little bit of what that had, but not quite as much, I guess. I'm not going to go through and read everything, because this has what this has, but this has more than this has, if that makes sense. And I'm sure it does, but you know, I may eventually get rid of this single edition. I am a collector, and I find that sometimes I hoard just because I like to collect. And you know, if it was two exactly the same editions, I would have no problem getting rid of one. But this is a 2-disc and this is a 1-disc, and they have a different spine number, so it may be harder for me to get rid of that. But OCD and all that different hoarding and stuff. Collecting is no joke. So you guys know how it is just as well as I do. I've seen some of your guys' videos, and you're, you know, collecting just as much as me and different things, and it's all in what you like to do. So don't let anybody tell you it's weird or it's, you know. Anyway, here is Trapped, and this is Code Red Spine 16. This is Henry Silva's in this film. I did watch this one. I had a hard time getting through this one. It took me like 2 or 3 tries because I was really tired that particular week. We were busy at work, and then I'd come home and pop this on after like taking a shower and eating, and I'd, you know, get into my easy chair, pop this on and start watching it, and then I would just kind of drift out. So, you know, I would get like maybe 25-30 minutes into the film and drift out, and then I would be out. So the next night I would have to try to fire it up, get to that spot that I left off at, and watch a little bit more, and then I'd fall out. So it wasn't really because the movie was that bad. It wasn't that bad. It just it was a really tired week for me. So this open just has the little disc art there. I really do enjoy the Code Red titles because they're so obscure. You know, a lot of these you may never have seen until Bill put these out. You know, I remember this was on VHS. A lot of these were on VHS, but it took them a while to get DVD releases, and some of them never did get DVD releases. that would be a good topic for a next video. I know a lot of people hit that one quite a bit. You know, what movie would you like to see released on DVD or Blu-ray that doesn't have a release? But there's quite a few of them. Lunch Meat would be one. The Mutilator is getting one from Arrow, but that for a long time that doesn't have anything. I have a bootleg of the Mutilator. I do like the movie, but we're getting off topic here. This is the Carrier, and this is spy number 43. And I'll read a little bit about this one because I have not seen it yet. This is All Region, rated R, and it's from 1987. And it says, something strange is happening in the small town of Sleepy Rock, but no one can put their finger on it. Sleepy Rock was a place you might find in a fairy tale until one day the nightmare is unleashed. It dissolves friendships, families, anything else alive. And there's nothing to stop it. Once Sleepy Rock was a loving and religious town, now it's a town out of control. The only solution, kill. Anything who could be the carrier. One touch and you're gone. Director of photography by Peter Deming, who was in Evil Dead 2. Music by Joseph DeLuca from Evil Dead and Army of Darkness. And sound mix and monster scream by Bruce Campbell. So right away, that right there tells me it's worthwhile to watch. And you can see some of the set pieces there. And you can get this at the Code Red DVD website. I'm going to try to pick up as many of these out-of-print DVDs as I can, just for my collection, because I love to collect physical media. I don't care if it's LPs or, you know, Betamax or VHS, DVD. I like all this stuff. I like to keep it and just kind of relive it, you know. So here is the original The Love Butcher that I also upgraded to Blu-ray. And I do like this movie. It's a slasher film, not 1994. This is just spy number 94. And this is Region 0, rated R, from 1975. I think if I had to pick a particular time period for my slasher flicks, I think I would probably go early 80s would be my favorite for slashers, and that's, you know, like the Jason Voorhees. That's when he kind of started on the scene, and you know, you had some of the other ones like Madman, and what was the one where the guy comes back? Oh God, I can't think of it right now. My mind just went blank. The guy comes back. I think it was the movie took place in like the 40s. And he comes back from like the war. I have it on Blue Underground too, and I just can't think of it. Anyway, I'm going to keep moving on. But I do like this movie. I recommend it. And I showed you on the Blu-ray that they had some pretty decent practical effects, because she got a pitchfork right through. So I do recommend either get this, or I'd say probably get the Blu-ray, because you get all the same special features, which there's not really any. You just have a DVD extra, audio commentary by director Don Jones that was moderated by R.A. the Rugged Man. So I'm assuming that was on both, but you probably want to watch that in high def. So here's one that I heard from one of my friends in an update. It's actually from a couple years ago, and this is called Night of the Dribbler, Fred Travellina, and spy number 20. And this was out of print for a while, but Bill put some of these up at his Code Red DVD site. Every once in a while he'll put like 4 or 5 of these up, and I wanted to go ahead and grab this. I think I paid 20 for it. It was going on eBay at one time for like 45 bucks. I don't think I'd pay 45 bucks for this, but for 20, there's Fred Travellina right there. 20 bucks, yeah, I'll take it. And I'll watch it eventually. Not expecting a whole lot out of it, but you got to have a little variety of movies in your collection. You don't want to have the same kind all the time. This one here is The Curious Case of the Campus Corpse. It was also released in a 2-pack, and I don't remember what the other movie was. It had The Campus Corpse, and then there was another title, and you'll see here at the bottom that Shriek show. And you're probably wondering, what the fuck, you got that in your Code Red pile, man? You're a fraud. No, they were, it was a joint venture between Code Red here and Shriek show. So this is going to stay in my Code Red collection just because. But the 2-pack that had Campus Corpse and the other title, that was strictly Code Red. So this movie was okay. It was a little bit different. It was like a campus prank that went wrong, and I'm not really going to get into all that. I just want to kind of go through and show you guys what I have. This one here is called Weekend Murders, and this is a British horror comedy. And the British are burying their people in the fields, and this is spy number 19. Like I said, I'm not going in any order. These are random. And this is rated R color. From 1972, Region 0. And I'll have to give this one another chance because I watched about half of it and then I got busy with something else and I turned it off and never really went back. And then I was thinking, should I finish it? And then I felt like I was kind of bored with it, but I think I have to sit down, watch it all the way from the beginning to end and give it another chance. I think that one did have potential. This one here I like it a lot. This is Horror High, and this one was kind of rare. It was out of print and on secondary markets such as eBay and Amazon. This one was going around 60, 65, 70, you know, depending on how much people were willing to fight over it, and it'll keep going up and up. Spy number 32. Bill found some of these and he put them up on his website, and I believe he was only charging $24.95. So I went ahead and said, yes sir, send me one, and boom, here it is, factory sealed. Beautiful edition. This was my very first Code Red DVD, and I got this maybe, when did it come out even? Because I feel like I had this about 7 years now. Let me see, maybe even longer. I don't see when it was released. Well, the movie's from 1980, but I don't know when Code Red released it. I want to say I had it at least 7 years, probably longer. This is Ghost Keeper. I really like this movie. It's a 30th anniversary edition. I recommend it, and this one's still pretty cheap. It was out of print, but the price didn't really go up that much. This is spy number 55. And, you know, I don't really get freaked out by ghost movies that much. I do like them. They don't really freak me out, but this one had some moments in it where a little bit, you know, sit on the edge of your seat. And this one here, Hal Holbrook, Rituals, about a group of guys who they're like lawyers, I think, is what they were. There was 4 or 5 of them. It's been a while since I've seen this. They work in the city as lawyers, and they want to get out on a weekend and go hang out in the wilderness, maybe do a little rafting and hiking, and, you know, brave the thick woods that have never been tamed. You know, these guys don't know really what they're doing. They just want to go out there and boys be boys out in the woods, you know, drink beer and whatever. They run into a stalker, a killer, and I really like this movie. I really thought this was a great movie, and I would like to see this on Blu-ray. And Hal Holbrook plays a really good part in here. And what ends up happening in this film is the stalker ends up becoming the stalkee. You know, these guys kind of turn the table on him, and they don't want to give too much of the film away, but they turn the tables, and now they have the upper hand, and we'll just leave it at that. But I recommend this movie, Rituals. I know many of you have seen it because I've seen some of you guys talk about it. Now this one here is called Maria's B-Movie Mayhem. And this was sold on the Code Red DVD website, but it doesn't really have a Code Red DVD label. So I guess we're not going to be able to call this Code Red per se, but this is the Scream, and this is not the Scream with Freddie Prinze and or whoever was it, you know, the Ghostface Killer. This is the original 1983, I think, Scream. This scream says a group of people on a rafting excursion happen upon a deserted town and decide to set up camp. Out of the blue, a murder occurs. It appears that the town is not as deserted as they thought. Someone is out there and doesn't want them around. They desperately try to escape, but their rafts are destroyed. What possible hope of survival can they have with no escape and no one around to help? So that's what that scream is. And it looks like it has some really weird set pieces and stuff. And then here, this bottom one looks good, but believe me guys, this is the one I was telling you about before, the Barn of the Naked Dead. It was not very good. But maybe you guys would like it. It's kind of like a madman who keeps women as like hostage. He kind of chains them up like animals. But not a lot happens though. I mean, I don't know if it was just for shock value, but it kind of failed to me. This movie here I really like. I like this movie a lot. I love horror movies that take place in the deep forest, and I like the madman or the mad woman, or the monsters of the woods to have a really high fright factor. I mean, that's, to me, horror movies in the woods are the best. You got the Jasons, and you got Madman was filmed in the woods, sort of. This one is it's a fun watch. Not a lot of people will like it because it is cheesy, but this is definitely a drive-in style film, and I do recommend this one. And I'm not sure yet if this one had a Blu-ray release or not. I don't think it did. This is Code Red Spine number 003. I would love to see this one get a Blu-ray release, because I don't think it did. But then again, I could be wrong. But if it didn't by now, then I'm almost positive it will, and it will be soon. This one right here was pretty rare too. I like this movie a lot. It's Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. It took me a while to get this one because it was on secondary markets for a high markup. They were going for like 60, and I didn't want to spend 60 for a DVD until Bill Olson put this up on his website. This is spy number, what is that? 006. Put it up on his website. I think he had it up there for 28 bucks, something like that. I said, yeah, I will take that for 28 bucks, and I really liked the film. I thought it was a great little slasher. It's from 1982. It's region free. It's rated R. There's some pretty good tense moments in here, and I do recommend this one. And we have Soul Survivor. This comes in a nice little packaging here. It's got a clear case, which I like when they kind of mix it up a little bit. Makes it almost look like a Criterion release, kind of, sort of. And it says, the tagline here is, I have never watched this one. It says, before Final Destination, there was Soul Survivor. So that is spine number 007. And this one, this edition here looks really cool. It kind of catches my eye. I'm a sucker for stuff like this, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's all part of collecting. You gotta like the movie. You gotta like the packaging, and all that stuff adds up, man. That's why we do what we do, for collecting. Now this one here, I know a lot of people were giving me shit. I know the Cathode Ray guys were talking shit about me. Well, not talking shit about me, but they were kind of razzing me a little bit. About Don't Go in the Woods. And this part right here alone was never, I don't remember that ever being on the VHS back in the day, and believe me, I used to rent this on VHS like crazy. It was always Don't Go in the Woods. I don't know when they added Alone. I don't like it. I think it sounds kind of weird. But this is the 25th anniversary edition, and I absolutely love this movie. I really do. And I like the special feature where they interview James Bryan, who is the director, and it just seems, when you watch the interviews with him, he just seems like such a regular guy. I mean, he's a normal, regular guy like you and me. You know, he's the kind of guy that would love horror films. He collects stuff. He just happened to have, you know, a little extra money, a little extra maybe equipment and time, and he went and made a movie. And it wasn't gonna be a great movie. He didn't have, you know, a great cast. He didn't really have a great script, and he didn't have the best equipment. But he went out there and he had fun, and he made a movie. And I respect the hell out of him for that. And I do like this movie. It's not one of the best horror films ever made, but it's one of my favorite horror films ever made. I watched this several times. There's a Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray out of this, and I own that too. I'll never get rid of this edition, and I'll never get rid of Vinegar Syndrome. But I do love this movie. And there's, I think I have an 88 Films Blu-ray too of the same movie. So I triple dipped on this, and some of those guys were laughing at me. But hey, everybody has their own tastes and, you know, how they want to collect. And I don't mind you guys razzing me. I like that movie. I won't apologize for that one. This is another good one. I really love the Madman movie. And this is the 30th anniversary edition. There was also an Anchor Bay edition that was a little bit more rare than this. The Anchor Bay edition, the DVD edition, was going for like $50 at one point. And this one kind of stayed around the 20 to 30 mark. This is spy number 39. I love these type of movies again with the backwoods slasher, butcher, you know, even like Texas Chainsaw, where they kind of live out in the backwoods, and you know, these are some of my favorites, man. It has a really good scare factor to me. And you know, the thing about movies like this is this could really happen. I mean, there could be some crazy ass hillbilly inbred cannibals out there that you stumble across out in the woods, and I mean, it's not that far-fetched. I mean, it probably won't happen, but I mean, there's that little chance that it could, and that's what makes it scary to me. I gotta go a little bit quicker here, guys. I got some more. I like this movie too. This is called Night of the Demon, and this is another title that was rare for a while. When it was out of print, it was going pretty high. And then Bill put some of these on his website, and I grabbed one for cost. Spy number 61. I think I paid $25. Here's Katerina. She is something special, guys. I would eat that full of ice cream. But anyway, this is Region Zero. The film's from 1984. It's like a little, what do you call it? A little Sasquatch, a little Bigfoot movie. So I do like it. I thought this was a good creature feature film. And that guy, he's got some problems going on right there. You'll have to watch the film and see what happened, because I do not want to describe what happened to that man. Okay, these next two are technically not, I guess they're not Code Red titles, but they were sold exclusively on the Code Red site, I believe. I could be mistaken about that. But they have a horror film and a sci-fi film together on the same bill, and it's kind of like a drive-in type twin billing here. You have Encounter with the Unknown, which is the horror film, and Where Time Began. And I guess this little 2-pack here was very, very rare at one point, and they found some more, so they were selling. I guess these were going for like $100. These two, this little, 2-pack right here. But they found, like, I don't know, they found a case of them or something. They were selling them on the Code Red DVD website for $20. So I went ahead and grabbed one, man. You know, I probably didn't plan on getting one, but once I saw that they were $100 on eBay and I can get one for $20, I mean, it was probably a brilliant tactic on Bill's part to do that, but he got me. So I got this film here. And then this was the second one that they said, you have the little twin billing, the little, it's almost like a drive-in theater twin billing. You have The Forest and Don't Go in the Woods Alone. And since I like these two movies, I didn't mind, picking it up and double dipping and triple dipping or quadruple dipping now. I just like the way that this is presented here, and being the collector I am, I like to collect different pieces like that. Maybe I'm OCD, maybe I'm crazy, but I love collecting. So here's God's Bloody Acre, and this is kind of one of those redneck exploitation type films, and then it has another film called Tomcats, which I haven't watched yet. This is kind of like another drive-in twin billing. Code Red 46. I don't think I showed you the... Oh yeah, that's right. These are Code Red films, but they didn't have the Code Red spine number. It does have the Code Red logo on the back. It just didn't have a spine number. So, and this one was 46. 70s cheese. This one is Beyond the Door, and I remember this came out probably about like 11 years ago, and it was at Best Buy. It was a Best Buy exclusive, and Bill shipped a whole bunch of them to different Best Buy stores, and they didn't sell really well. And I'm not sure if Best Buy ended up selling them, sending them back to Bill for, I don't know how that works, but he ended up getting a bunch of these in his possession, and you can see that they still have the Best Buy exclusive sticker on there. And again, these were from at least 10 years ago or more. Probably longer than 10 years. But this is the 2-disc collector's edition. And this is a decent movie. And I think when they were first selling this at Best Buy, they were asking for like 25 to 30. But I think now that Bill has them on his website, I think you can get them for about 22-ish or so. You have to go take a look over there and find out for yourself. Do a little shopping. Pick some of these up. It's a good movie. And here's one that people love it or hate it. I guess it's not just love or hate, because I'm indifferent about it. It's okay. But I know a lot of people hate this movie. They say it sucks and it's overrated. Clint Howard is in here, and I think he's a creepy actor. I think he plays a good part. It's kind of a satanic type film. There's Clint Howard. I had fun with it. It's not a great film, but it's fun. I enjoyed it. I can see how some people would be a little bit annoyed by it, but I had fun. I'll probably pop that in again sometime down the road. 2 more here, guys, and then I went way overboard. I'm over 30 minutes here. This is a good movie. I like this movie, and this is another one, another case of where it sold out. It was hard to find. It was on eBay and Amazon, and it was anywhere from 70, 80 up to 100. I think some of them were even over 100, 110, whatever, for Slithis, and there was no way I was going to pay that much for a DVD. I sent Bill a message on Facebook. He said he had one, and I said, sold. And then shortly after that, he found some more. So I got one, and some other people got some, and I'm glad for those people. I wish everybody could have these. I don't like things to be hoarded or scalped. I think everybody should just get it at the regular price, keep it in your collection, and But this is a good creature feature film, and I think everybody should pick this one up. If you get a chance to go over to Code Red DVD and it's over there, grab it right now, because you may not get a chance to find it for a decent price much longer, because this is out of print, and once the copies that Bill has are gone, you're going to have to deal with somebody on eBay. And this last one here is one I have not watched yet, and this is an L.Q. Jones movie, which he was always I thought he was a great actor, very stoic and very, I don't want to say creepy, but he had, he kind of took charge of scenes. He had a deep voice, kind of looked like a cowboy. He looked like a throwback character. Had a big mustache, and this was his movie, The Witchmaker, and this is spine number 57. And this movie came out in 1969. I think this was L.Q. Jones' only movie, but I could be wrong about that. He was the executive producer. I may be wrong about that. It has a brand new transfer. It has audio commentary with L.Q. Jones, and I don't believe he's with us anymore. I think he may have passed. I shouldn't guess like that, but for some reason I think I do remember him passing. I'll have to double check now after this video, so please don't rip me apart in the comments below. And then it has it has the commentary with Jones, and then it has an on-camera interview with Jones, which I'd probably like to check that out. I think I'd watch that before I watch the film itself. So, and it's Region 0. So there you have it, guys. That was my Code Red DVD collection for up to now, up to this point. I do still obviously plan to pick up more. I'm going to try to pick up some more of these DVDs that he has on his website right now before they're gone. I don't want to pay too much for DVDs, and once they're off Bill's site, I'm not going to hunt them down on eBay and pay twice, 3 times what they're worth. And I guess that's it, guys. You know, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. Leave some comments if you want to. I'd like to hear from you. Otherwise, take care, and I will catch you next time. Peace.